Today's destination is Reaction Station, as I will react to Dave Rennie's first All Black squad. Grab your tickets, sit back, relax as the train is about to leave the station. George! Hawkins Department, we have Somasoni Tokiaho, Chiefs, Cody Taylor, Crusaders, and Asamoah Hurricanes. If I'm honest, I'm not surprised with any of the selections. Yes, I am arguing a case for why Cody Taylor's still in there, but yeah, if you take out the experience he's got and replace it with someone like Jack Taylor's, you're not gonna have the leadership in that position. So, yeah, but Tokyo and Taylor have both been in excellent form for their respective teams. Both of them will be gunning for that number 2 position. Asamoah has burst on or back onto the scene and just taken every chance that he's got. Really happy that he's been selected. I was umming and ahhing between him and Jack Taylor earlier on, but really ultimately went with us of more later on in the Super Round. But Jack Taylor will get his chance in the Northern Tour, so 10 out of 10 for the Hookers. Props, we've got Xavier Numia, Pasori Ortosi, and Tyrell Lomax of the Hurricanes, alongside Ethan the Groot, Highlanders, and the Crusaders duo of Fletchnell and George Bauer. I'm not happy, as Ollie Norris should be in there, and he had a way better season than George, so I'm absolutely disgusted that Ollie has not been selected. But George has got more experience, so I'll give him that. Otherwise though, really happy. Xavier Numia has finally got a call up, which has been nagging me all 2024 and 2025. So to see him finally get his stripes in is absolutely wonderful. And as for the other 4, except George Bauer, they deserve to be in there. De Groot has been in sensational form for the Landers, so he'll be able to lock down that number 1 jersey, and it'll be a battle between Noel and Lomax and Pasoriela Dossi for that number 3 jersey. So I cannot wait to see who wins that battle, but not 9 out of 10 for the props. Looks, we've got some of the best in the business to provide in Josh Ward of the Chiefs, alongside the Blues duo of Patrick to report to and secondary. Oh my goodness, I am not surprised, even though I must say that I did want Jamie Hanna in there. It's nice to see that he's been named as injury cover for the Nations Championship. So, yeah, and how could you not? It's basically the best for the Chiefs and the best for the Blues. So, yeah, absolutely wrapped for those four guys. I would have liked to have also seen as a honor or two honourable mentions, like Isaiah Walker and Josh Berry at least considered. Those two have had phenomenal seasons and will highly, well, not Walker but Berry for the South African tour, but we'll have to wait and see. Lose overall though 10 out of 10 for the Locks. Loose forwards though, we've got Wallace Atiti, Chiefs, Luke Jacobson, Chiefs, and Simon Parker, Chiefs, alongside Ali Savia of Moana Pacifica, and Anton Senna, Blues, Peter Akai, Hurricanes. First things first, where is Tupasi Karifi? He has had a way better season than Simon Parker and Luke Jacobson combined. And where are the two battering rams of Evan Baker and Sam Pafini? Now, those two have been in phenomenal form, so I don't know why Dave really would miss them out. But Luke Jacobson should not be in there as for Simon Parker. Why? Because, in my opinion, they've had average seasons and have not got what it takes to be an All Black anymore. So they should have been replaced by Karifi, Finau, or Bakera. But other than that, Savia, Lakai, Satiti, and Sina have all deserved their spots in my opinion. At least you've got cover in every position though, I must give that. I'm gonna give the loose forwards a 8 out of 10 just because of the absence of 3 key guys. But anyhow, enough ranting about Fina, Bakera, and Karifi missing out. Should have been in there. Halfbacks, we've got Cam Roigard, Hurricanes, Cortez Ratima, Chiefs, and the ultimate package of Kyle Preston of the Crusaders. If I'm honest, I feel mixed emotions as well. Cortez Ratima and Cam Roigard are gonna be shoo-ins. That third halfback spot was gonna be a bit of a mixed and umming and ahhing for me. I did not expect to see Kyle Preston in there. I thought Noah Hotham had certainly and the struts, but yeah, it's just who would you put in? And before you ask, no, I did not see Finlay Christian. For me, there was 3 other options other than Preston. Noah Hotham, Adam Lennox, and Xavier Rowe. Either 3 of these guys could have been the better choice. But I'm really glad they've gone with Kyle, but I'm sure they'll be having questions after this series as to who it's gonna be. But other than that, 10 out of 10 for the halfbacks. Now, first 5, Damien McKenzie, Chiefs, Ruben Hurricanes, and Bowden Barrett, Blues. If I'm honest, I'm not happy at all, as Bowden Barrett needs to be shipped off to either Japan, England, or France, or something like that. Josh Jacob or Cam Miller should have been in there instead of him. But other than that, let me just give you clarity. Ruben Love and Damien McKenzie were my first 2 choices, so I'm happy about that. But the reason I wanted Cam Miller or Josh Jacob instead of Bowden Barrett is because he's had his time. He was in his prime from 2016 to 2019, I feel, and then he all of a sudden went off and couldn't even scratch the surface, in my opinion. So, well, I'm not happy about that. It'll be a 7 out of 10 for the first one, just because of Bowden Barrett being in there. Midfield doesn't surprise me in the slightest. You've got Geordie Barrett, Billy Proctor, and Gwen Tapia there. The only selection I am not happy with, and I already said it with Bowden Barrett, is Anton Lienert-Brown should not be in there. It should have been either 3 guys. David Harvey, Crusaders, or John Robert of the Hurricanes, or even, I would argue, Sophie Tayana of the Blues. Anyone but Anton Lienert-Brown should be in there, or Jim Tavatavanawa of the Highlanders. But, yeah, Anton Lienert-Brown is a big no from me, but just because of that, I am giving the midfielders a 9 out of 10. And on it round, you should be going bye-bye. But anyway, enough about that. And the outside backs, to be honest, I was expecting the first two names of Leroy Carter, Chiefs, and Caleb Clark, Braves, and Will Jordan, Crusaders. But the biggest surprise, in my opinion, apart from Fihi Fihi another, which is great for him and also great for me, as I had him in my squad, but Josh Morley. Wow, wow, wow. What a surprise. This is really awesome to see the top two try scorers in the Super Rugby competition become teammates in the All Blacks is absolutely phenomenal. And to be honest, I expected a few more names to be thrown in there, such as Marcus Springer or Jordan Arigi. But again, South Africa might be a chance for them to burst on the scene. But George Morley is the biggest surprise. You could also argue that there is no room for Mr. Fayanuku, but it is not too big of a omission for me. I kind of expected him to miss out, so, and you know my conflicts on the others. But anyhow, really great to see Vihi and Josh named. It will be interesting to see who gets those first when in fullback best, but I will have to wait and see. Artie Savia as captain does not surprise me at all. I really wanted him as captain of the ABs for quite some time now. It's the second season that this is the first full series that he'll be taking charge of. So, yeah, congrats to him and his family. But, yeah. As for those not considered, I am so glad to see that Scott Barrett's not in there. He has had his time, like his brother Bowden. The only Barrett I'm so happy to see is Geordie, as he has still got some growing to do. But anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little reaction. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, as it really helps me out. Be cool, stay awesome, and as I always say, be kind to one another, will you? A simple, are you all good, or hey mate, what's up, can make anyone's day. We have reached our destination station, so please take your belongings as we disembark the platform and your appointed carriages. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in another vid next time, alright? Ciao!